was scary. We saw the flames, and then you were heard saying, "I burnt my shoulder." How scary was this? What were you dealing with?
Well, if you followed my career a long time, you know I've been on fire a few times, but this one for some reason was weird. Like, I felt like it was in the cockpit, and it was kind of nerve-wracking for a while because I was like, I think my shoulder's like burning, but like I could see the fire going out, so I was like, well, let's just keep on going. So hoping that science and wind would take care of the rest of it. It was just such a shame. I mean, the car was really fast, got a great start. And yeah, I mean, everyone from Bit Nile here, we really want to get them a good result, and it's just such a shame. So many things have been taken away from us that are kind of out of our control, and that was not fun, but hopefully we can just finish strong at the next one.
So you could have continued physically, but it burned up the clutch?
Yeah, no, the clutch burnt up, so as soon as I came in, and we honestly had no idea how much fuel was in the car as well, so we were going to have to stop more and be out of contention anyway, but yeah, the clutch was burnt up, and usually fire does damage, so apparently that's what happened, which is a shame.
Thanks. Glad you're okay. It wasn't as good of a day as Marcus Ericsson would have liked. You knew it was going to be tough starting in 18th, but we just assumed there were going to be a lot of cautions. Worst case scenario for you, that it was a straightforward race until 3/4 of the way in?
Yeah, like you said, you know, starting back there, we were hoping for some chaos in turn one, and for once that didn't happen. So, and I did a mistake on that first lap. I did a good start, but then I got out in the gravel in turn 6 and dropped a few positions. So, you know, ran well back in around 20th after the first few laps. And from then on, you know, it's difficult. We tried some things with the strategy. I think the 8 PNC crew did a good job, you know, trying things. We tried to go long. We tried to, you know, mix things up. And I think that helped us up through the field. And then I had a really good last stint, you know, starting 16th there on the restart and overtaking my way up to 11th. So a decent day, but yeah, we've just been struggling a bit too much in general this weekend to finish higher up.
So the good thing is you guys did test at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca after not testing here. How strong do you expect to be next weekend? The scenario is pretty simple for you. You're going to need to win the race and look for some help.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the championship is quite far away now, so I go into that weekend to win the race. You know, I'm going to aim to win the race. We had a good test there. We were fast, and the car's been good there in the past. So I go there, aim to win, and then we see how far that gets us, what the other people are up to. So that's the mindset we have to have now for the last one.
Thank you, Marcus. No matter what happens next weekend, it's been an amazing season. That's this year's Indianapolis 500 winner.
Second best finish of the year for him and first top 10 in a long time. So you said at the start of this weekend that you guys kind of wanted to just reset, finish these last 2 races with the pace that you've had at the beginning of the year. So you satisfied with the day you guys had today?
Yeah, I don't think we could have got more out of it. Maybe a little bit on strategy, but once you were starting on the reds, you were kind of a bit on the back foot anyway in terms of pure pace. But yeah, great job by the team, no mistakes, and you know, we came away with the top 10.
All right, so at this point in the year, we got one more race left, obviously, next week at Laguna. Where do you feel like you're at? Where is the team at, just kind of in your development process of learning each other, and kind of how prepared do you feel for next year now?
I think we're good. I think like this result reflects where we should have been at a few other places. It's just about finishing it off where we think we should be. So yeah, this is great. Hopefully we can continue into Laguna, get a similar result, if not better. And yeah, be happy, do the development over the winter, and come back and slay some giants.
That's right. So what do you think of Laguna next week? What are your thoughts on that place?
We had a good test. It's a bit slippy at the moment, very, very loose on the rear, but I think that's the same for everyone. Just going to be a bit more tired egg than here. So we'll prepare, but we're ready. I think we've got a good car.
Nice run today.
Thank you.
Callum Ilott, 9th today, and he comes home in the 8th spot today, so he'll go to Laguna next weekend. 20 points back of his teammate in the fight for the championship. So, no, the end of the race didn't pan out quite as you guys had hoped. Take me through the decision process there for the tires that you used at the end, and ultimately why you felt like that maybe wasn't the choice to make.
Well, I think the obvious one was we didn't predict the caution. You know, there's always the risk that a caution comes out in that final stint. I wasn't thinking about that. I mean, it went green the entire race. So, you know, I thought the primary tires would probably have better durability at the end. That argument holds up a little better when there's no caution. You know, we just got hosed basically when we had to restart with all reds. I was blown away how much better everybody was on them, especially in the caution situation. So that just did not play into our favor today, unfortunately. So it's a hard day. You know, where do we end up? 8th. So, you know, nothing really gained on a tough start spot. So we'll just regroup now and, you know, take our Team Chevy car with Hitachi and go to Laguna and try and, you know, just try and be fast.
Now, how do you feel about that gap? 20 points. maybe not a win-only scenario, but it's going to be tough, right?
Yeah, at this point, it just kind of is what it is. We're gonna go and try and win that race, you know, and go for broke. You know, it's been kind of a weird year. Like everyone's done such a great job in this 2-car. I'm so proud and happy of everybody. They've really put a good effort together, and it's either been, you know, winning the race or some weird luck is happening. You know, even that last yellow, like we didn't need the yellow. You know, obviously it helps some people, it hurts others, and we just seem to be on the odd end of these things when they're not working out. So I don't know how Laguna's going to play, but we're going to go and play to win, and we'll see what happens.
There's 5 cars left in the championship battle mathematically. 3 of them are Team Penske cars. What is this week like for you guys at Team Penske? How do you all 3 work together, but also kind of individually for your own benefit?
It's just business as usual. Nothing's really going to change from our standpoint.
Here at Portland, coming home in 5th, and everybody's talk coming in after Penske tested here that, yeah, it's going to be tough to beat them. So you're telling me, hey, I passed a Penske car a couple of times. That makes it a good day.
Yeah, it was nice. I haven't done that all year, so it was nice to be able to battle out there today. And, you know, the Total Quartz engine oil machine was strong. And, you know, we were strong here last year, too. I think some yellow flag periods last year hurt us, but it was nice to have a good solid day and bring home a top 5.
I really get the sense, because I know it's been frustrating, especially early in the season. Are you guys coming on? Have you made some strides that are not only making things better now, but will lead to bigger and better things next year?
Yeah, I think so. Our team has done an amazing job and kept our heads down. It hasn't been easy. You know, obviously I want to thank all of our sponsors, United Rentals, Hy-Vee, Fifth Third, everybody for sticking with us. I know it's been trying at times, you know, but we're now seeing the light. The light's getting brighter and brighter at the end of the tunnel. Our engineers have worked their butts off, everybody, and I think, you know, that's what it's going to take is a team effort. You know, as I said to a couple other guys, I mean, I know everybody thinks I've forgotten how to do this, but I certainly haven't, and nor has Jack or Christian. Obviously, he's getting up to speed. He's doing a great job, but, you know, we just got to keep our heads down, keep working hard. I think we've got great leadership within our program. We've got amazing owners that are very dedicated to winning, and we just got to get the results.
And some good on-track battles today. You mentioned being able to race with Newgarden. Let's watch you and Pato O'Ward going after it here. Talk us through this battle.
I've been setting him up for like 15 laps. But unfortunately, you know, he kind of went mid-track, and when I had to go around the wide side, I didn't have enough juice to get on by, and then it was too late. But, you know, I was trying. You know, that's the good old-fashioned. That's what I love about IndyCar racing right there. Mano-y-mano, man versus man. Go out there, try to force him into a mistake for 15 laps, set him up, figure out his strengths and weaknesses. And I knew turn 7 was his weakness, and I knew if I set it up right there in the closing laps, the 5 or so laps before, I was just trying to get him to use enough overtake to eat away at it, to get a shot, and we were close. But good result here, and you know, now we'll go home, and we've got a lot going on this week. So
yeah, let's talk about that. There is a lot going on, so the next time we see you, it won't just be you and Courtney and Harlan. There will be 4. This is the plan, right?
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. I think, yeah, next time I see you, hopefully we'll be a dad of 2 healthy babies. So Court did a great job holding on this weekend. It was a lot like St. Pete with Harlan. I was worried that I was going to get the call throughout the weekend, you know, but yeah, head home tonight and go see her and be with her, and that's the plan. We're going to go into action here shortly. So I'm excited. You know, for us to add another one to the family will be pretty special.
Good luck to everyone. Unfortunately, Pato O'Ward is not going to be in the championship mix for next week, but you gave it all you could today. Tell me about that battle at the end there to try to get what you could.
Yeah, you know, we had one chance today we had to come out with the win to truly have a decent shot at it in Laguna, but I didn't have enough for the Penske boys, man. All weekend they dominated everybody, not just us. So tried to make the passer on wheel, and we had an injured left side of the car for the rest of the race, and yeah, just had to nurse it from there. I'm surprised Graham was coming behind us pretty quick. We had to let Dixon by because apparently we blocked him. So yeah, I expect IndyCar to make the same call whenever someone does that to me.
Hey, let's spin around over here. You hear these people in the background? This is for you. Let's go over here and meet your public. How cool is that? You're a superstar in multiple countries.
It's awesome, man. I mean, these people, and not just here. I mean, they come to. There's a lot of it in Long Beach, and it's awesome. Everybody from Mexico that live here in the States always coming. and bring out the full support, and it's awesome to see. We've got a great group up there. We got a great group over here. It's awesome. This is what it's all about. I'm glad that we gave him a good show today.
It's going to be a good night for Pato. Good run today. Comes home fourth and now can think about nothing but winning to wrap up the season next weekend.
No, it's frustrating. You want to start further forward than that to give yourself a shot, but how do you evaluate a day like today when it gives you a shot to go after another championship next week?
Yeah, we got to stop getting these most improved through races. It's definitely frustrating. And qualifying, we don't know what happened. It was super quick on blacks. We were second in our session and then couldn't even convert. So that was tough. And starting 16th with the competition we have now and no real cautions, man. We had to drive through the field today. So, we're still in the fight, 20 points back, tied with Joseph there. It was definitely an interesting race, and that last restart there with Joseph, I knew he'd got in deep, and obviously he carried the corner through with Graham, which now enabled us to get both. And we tried as hard as possible, man, on that last one. But huge weekend here for Penske Bank, 2 cars, and thankfully we got one on the podium. And Honda, kudos to them for the super easy fuel mileage that we had to get, so that was definitely a positive.
I know there was some trepidation at the start of this weekend just because you didn't test here about your pace and how the results were going to pan out for today. I think you felt a little more confident about next week. So you get out of here with a good result. How confident are you going to next week based on what you learned in the test that you guys can get it done?
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't really, the tyre I think is different, plus the track grip is, I think Laguna is probably the slipperiest circuit that we go to all year. And thank God they're going to reseal that, this off-season, which I think should help us. But, anything is possible. We've seen it. We've won on tiebreakers before. It's, we're in it, and we will never give up as a team until it's over. So, it's going to be an interesting one. We've got, pretty tight, I think, between 3 or 4 cars. And, ultimately, if we can be in it, we're going to try everything that we can do.
First, I want to talk about your tires, because that was the first thing you and your strategist, Ron Rzuski, talked about when you got out of the car. The debate all day, black tires versus red tires. What was your thoughts about how each tire was working with your race car?
Yeah, the red was a lot better for us, a lot better. The black just never really came on, never really got a good balance with it. So it was a tough decision because those reds had a lot of laps on them, but I still feel like we would have been quicker over the stint. So it was the right move. It's a good move. Would have been real tough on those restarts without it. So it's good call by the guys. Good strategy all day. Kind of, if we didn't get Lungar didn't get us there at the start, we would have had a shot at Scott. But yeah, it's another day. We just did everything we could, and obviously had a little bit of a get together with Pato. So lucky that came out all right. And I just want to win this championship for the guys that have been with me for more than a decade, like my engineer Dave and my data acquisition guy Robbie and the group. It's a lot less selfish for me this time around because they deserve it. I feel their pain over the years of losing so many, so I would love to win it for them.
All right, so it's a top 3 does it next week. You're 20 points ahead going to Laguna. How do you feel about that? How does 20 points sound to you?
Yeah, that's still very tough. It's very tough. Ganassi's tested there, and man, that's still we're in the best position. We got the best shot, so we'll do everything we can.
This seemed routine. I'm sure it was anything but. What was the key to this drive and holding everyone else behind you?
Yeah, I don't think the car felt really good in that first stint, but as the race went on, sorry Benny, it got a little bit worse. So just had to really sort of concentrate on where I wanted the strengths in the car and work with those, and then the weaknesses I just tried to make the best of them. So, but the Freightliner Chevy all weekend's been fast, and it's been right there where we needed it. And the team, the 33s, got the job done in the pits. I'm really proud of them. We did exactly what we needed to do this weekend, and that was win and get max points and keep ourselves in the fight. Yeah, we're a long shot. I don't care, but we're a shot, and I'm looking forward to it.
I've asked you this before, but I think we have a larger audience now with you in victory lane. Could you imagine 2 years ago, maybe you could, because that's what type of champion you've been, but where you're at now in your development as an IndyCar driver?
Yeah, look, when Roger and Tim gave me the opportunity to come over here, I was thankful for that, but it was my next step. It's my next challenge, and I took it on board very seriously, and I knew it was going to be hard, but I thought one day I could win. But the ultimate is obviously to win a championship in the 500, and I'm not going to stop there till not going to stop till I get one of those, and or at least both. So it's a long road to climb, but you got to have goals, and it's just it's the same for everyone out there. You just got to have dreams and dream big and try and get it done.
championship is still alive for this season. This is what you wanted, just to get to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca with a chance. So we're telling you there's a chance.
Well, I'm a big golf guy, and the media spot is actually at Pebble Beach, so I'm really excited for that. So I just wanted to be in the championship fight so I could go to Pebble. So it's working out. We're going there. Can't wait to see you all there. I'm so excited. Now I'm going to have a beer.
And what was it you were told? If you're in the championship and win the race, you get to play at Pebble? Are we going to hold somebody to that?
I think Greg Penske told me. So, Greg, you told me I could play Pebble. So, yeah, all good. As long as I can bring some friends.
All right, I helped everybody remind him, so I'm one of your friends. I'll be there, too. That's Scott McLaughlin, a winner at Portland, Diff.